Hello guys, welcome to all of you. Let us see new series of lectures. In these lectures, we will see second order circuits. First of all, let us see what we have seen in our previous lectures. In our previous lectures, we had seen that there was a first order RL or RC circuit for which we have to calculate the value of voltage or the value of current for t greater than 0 second. We had seen in our last videos that these circuits were made of either resistive or inductive element or resistive or capacitive element. What is the meaning of the first order? First order means if we calculate the characteristic equation of the circuit, then the order of characteristic equation will be 1. And in second order circuit, if we calculate the characteristic equation of the circuit, then the order of circuit will be equal to 2. So we have seen this type of circuit in our previous videos. If you want to know how can we solve this type of circuit, then go through the videos I have uploaded in previous sessions. Now we will see that how can we solve a second order circuit. First of all, let us see what is the second order circuit. In first order circuit, we had seen that our circuit was made of only two elements, that may be resistive and capacitive, or resistive or inductive elements. But in second order circuit, we will see that all the three elements, that is resistive element, inductive element and capacitive element, all the three elements will be present in our circuit, and equation of voltage or current will be asked to find out for t greater than 0 second. So here we can see that this is the source free series RLC circuit, means R, L and C elements are connected in series and there is no source connected, so is a source free series RLC circuit. This is the source free parallel RLC circuit, means R, L and C element are connected in parallel and no source is connected to this circuit. Most of the times question is asked in the examinations in this type of circuit where R, L and C element will be connected and a switch will be connected, and according to the movement of the switch, the voltage or current at the any element, that may be resistive element, inductive element or capacitive element, the voltage or current will be asked. This is the another example of the RLC circuit. So we can see that in our questions these type of elements will be connected for which we have to calculate the voltage or current. Here second order circuit means if we calculate the characteristic equation of these four circuits, then the power of S, or we can say the order of the circuit, will be 2. So let us see what is the procedure and how can we calculate these circuits. Let us see first the steps of calculations. So for the calculation of second order circuit, we will first of all write down the differential equation of the circuit. In the second step, we will find out the characteristic equation with the help of this differential equation and roots of this characteristic equation. The characteristic equation will be in this form, that is s square plus 2 alpha s plus omega naught square is equal to 0. Here the order of the circuit will be 2 since this is the second order circuit. Now we will calculate roots of the equation, and by determining the root of this equation, we will determine the type of response of the circuit. If the root of the equations is real and equal, that is, let's suppose the root of these equations is s1 and s2. If s1 and s2 are real and unequal and the value of alpha is greater than omega naught in this equation, then we can say that the system will be overdamped. And for this type of system, we will write the voltage or current equation in this form, and the value of s1 and s2 will be this. Suppose we have calculated the s1 and s2, these are real and equal, s1 is equal to s2 and alpha is equal to omega naught, then we will say that the response of the system will be critically damped. So we can say the voltage or current equation of the system will be equal to a plus bt into e to the power minus alpha into t, and the value of s1 and s2 will be equal to minus alpha. In step 3, if the value of roots s1 and s2 are complex and the value of alpha is less than omega, then we can say the response of the circuit will be underdamped. For underdamped system, the equation can be written as e to the power minus alpha t, a cos omega dt plus b sin omega dt, and the value of s1 and s2 can be written like this. The value of omega d will be like this. This omega d is known as damped natural frequency, and omega naught is the natural frequency of the circuit. Now we can see that we will calculate the equation in this form, and here two constants will be available, that is a and b. So these two constants will be calculated by using the initial condition of the circuit. And after calculation of this constant, we will put the values of this constant in this equation, then our equation will be achieved in simplified form, and this will be our answer. So let us understand it by solving a question and try to understand that how can we approach to solve these questions. Here is the question given to us. In this question it is said that the switch is opened at t is equal to 0 second after a long time, then the current value ILT for t greater than 0 second is asked. Let us see how can we approach it. So first of all, we will find out differential equation of the circuit. Since we have to calculate ILT for t greater than 0 second, so we will find out differential equation in terms of ILT. So here we can see that this circuit is given, and for t greater than 0 second, switch will be opened and circuit will be like this. Here we can see if we open this switch, then these 4 ohm and 7 ampere current will be removed from the circuit, and this 2 ohm, 1 by 4 ohm and 4 Henry and 8 ohm, these elements will be connected like this. For the calculation, we will apply nodal analysis at this node 1. Suppose this is node A, and we will apply nodal analysis at this node A. So if we apply nodal analysis, then here this current IR is moving out from the circuit, then we have assumed is IR plus IR, and this IC current is outward, so plus IC, and this IL current is outward, so this will be plus IL, that will be equal to 0. If we write IR, then IR can be written as this voltage VC, and the voltage across this 2 ohm resistance will be same. So here we can write as VCT by 2 ohm plus 1 by 4 dVCT by dt. That is the value of current IC. As we know that current passing through a capacitor can be written as C dVCT by dt. So the value of capacitance, that is C equal to 1 by 4 here. Now ILT can be written as given in this equation, that will be equal to 0. If we write KVL in loop 1, then we can find out this equation. If we move in this direction to write the KVL, then if we take the second sign of the element, we can write out plus VCT. If we are moving in this direction, then here will be positive sign and here will be negative sign, since current is flowing in this direction. So here will be second sign, that will be minus. Voltage across inductor can be written as L di by dt. So here inductance value L is given as 4 and dIL by dt, and current passing through this 8 ohm resistance can be written as minus 8 into ILT, that will be voltage across this 8 ohm resistance. So here this will be equation. We will find out the value of VCT here. Then VCT can be written as 4 dIL by dt plus 8 ILT. Now we will put this value of VCT in this equation, then this whole equation will be in the form of ILT. So we have put the value of VCT here and we have solved these equations, then it will become d square ILT by dt square plus 4 dILT by dt plus 5 ILT, that will be equal to 0. Now we have calculated differential equation in the form of ILT. In the second step, we had seen that now we have to calculate characteristic equation of this differential equation. So for finding the character equation, we have seen that this is our differential equation, and for finding the characteristic equation, we will take Laplace transform of this equation. Then we know that if there is a derivative of second order with initial condition assuming at 0, then here its Laplace transformation will be s square, and plus 4, if there is only single derivative, then it will be plus 4s plus 5 equal to 0. So how can we calculate this characteristic equation? By differential equation, we have to take the Laplace transform of this differential equation. If we calculate the roots of this equation, then this will be s is equal to minus 2 plus minus j. Here we can see this is a complex root, and if we compare it as the standard form of the root, then will be equal to minus alpha plus minus j omega t. Here we can see that our roots is imaginary and complex conjugate, so its response will be underdamped, and for a underdamped system, we can write the value of ILT. Since we had calculated this differential equation in the form of ILT, so we can say the value of ILT will be equal to e to the power minus alpha t equal into a cos omega dt plus b sin omega dt. If we had calculated this differential equation in the form of voltage, that let's suppose it was d square VCT by dt square, then here the value of these equations will be for VCT. Here we can see the value of alpha is minus 2 and omega d is equal to 1. So we can put these values here, then alpha value is equal to minus 2 and omega d value is equal to 1, then this equation 2 can be achieved. Now after achieving this ILT equation, we have to find out the value of these constant. For calculation of this constant, we have to use the initial condition of the circuit. So let us see how can we find out the initial condition, and by using this initial condition, how can we calculate this A and B. If we see our circuit, then for t less than 0 second, this switch will be closed and this circuit will be achieved. Now we will find out this circuit, that what will be the condition of the circuit when it was at t is equal to 0 minus second. So we can see that at t is equal to 0 minus second, since this circuit is charging through this 7 ampere current source from minus infinity to t is equal to 0 minus second, so this capacitor and inductors will achieve a steady state condition. So for steady state condition at t equal to 0 minus second, this inductor will be short circuited, because at steady state condition the inductor will be short circuit and this capacitor will be open circuited. So it is open here. So let's assume that voltage across this capacitor is Vc0 minus, and current passing through inductor at 0 minus second will be equal to IL0 minus. We can rearrange this circuit in this form, and after rearranging it, we can see that this 4 ohm and 8 ohm resistance are in parallel. So we have put it here. Now we can calculate the current value IL0 minus, as since this 7 ampere is current flowing outwards from this node, so this current will be in negative sign, minus IL0 minus will be equal to, we have to calculate the current in this 2 ohm resistance, and this 7 ampere current is distributed among 2 ohm resistance, 8 ohm resistance and 4 ohm resistance. So we can say that this 7 ampere current will distributed among these two resistance. So in this condition where these two resistance are in parallel, so to find out current, we can write that we have to find out current in this 2 ohm resistance. So resistance at the opposite in which we have to calculate the current, that will be 8 ohm parallel 4 ohm, that is equal to 8 by 3 ohm. So we will put 8 by 3 ohm in the upper numerator side, and summation of both the resistances in denominator, and into multiplication of whole the current distributing among these two resistances. So this is the way finding out the value of current if two resistances are in parallel and a current is distributing among them. So we can find out IL0 minus equal to minus 4 ampere, and we can see that Vc0 minus can be written as 2 ohm into IL0 minus. So 2 into minus IL0 minus, that will be value of the Vc0 minus. So here Vc0 minus can be achieved as 8 volt. As we know that current in inductor and voltage in a capacitor does not change instantaneously, so we can say IL0 plus equal to IL0 minus equal to IL0, that will be equal to minus 4 ampere, or Vc0 plus equal to Vc0 minus equal to Vc0, that will be equal to 8 volt. Now from equation number 2, we can see that this was equation number 2. At IL0 plus, we can write t equal to 0. We have put t equal to 0 in this equation. Then we can find out its value will become A, and we have find out in our initial condition that IL0 plus is equal to minus 4. So A value will be equal to minus 4, A equal to minus 4. Now if we differentiate this equation number 1, this equation, then it will be become dilt by dt equal to e to the power minus 2t into differentiation of this term, that is in bracket, plus the second term into differentiation of this e to the power minus 2t, that is assumed here first term. So we put t equal to 0 second here, then this equation will be find out, that will be equal to minus 2a plus b. Assume equation number 3, we can see here that we have calculated the value of a, that is equal to minus 4. For the calculation of this value b, we have to first find out this value, that is dIL0 plus by dt. So let us see how can we find out it. So at t equal to 0 plus second, we can say that our circuit will be like this. For t greater than 0 second, this is the circuit here. If we apply KVL in this loop, then we can find out Vc0 plus minus 4 dIL0 plus by dt, this is the LdI by dt, voltage across this inductor, minus I into R, that is 8 into IL0 plus. This IL0 plus current is flowing among this 4 Henry inductor and 8 ohm resistance. So it will be equal to 0. Now if we calculate dIL0 plus by dt by solving this equation, then we find out this value equal to 10. From equation number 3, what we has assumed here, this was the equation number 3. Here dIL0 plus by dt equal to minus 2a plus b. So we will put the value of dIL0 plus by dt here and the value of a here, then we will calculate the value of b. So here we have put the value of dIL0 plus by dt equal to 10, and that was minus 2a plus b, so value of b will be equal to 2. Now we will put the value of a and b in this equation which was calculated, that was ILT equal to e to the power minus 2t a cos t plus b sin t, then this will be equation our. So we can see in our options that our option D was correct in this question. So this is the way to find out the solution of a second order circuit. As we can see that there are lots of steps involved in this question. To practice more questions so that we may become comfortable during solution of these questions. So see you guys in next videos.